Training a machine learning model involves looking at the difference between the actual value that the model is supposed to produce and the predicted value that it's actually producing. And when we think about it in the terms that I just described, we could say, yeah, the difference between these two values is the error. And the error could be really small, so the model could be approximately correct, or it could be humongously large, in which case the model is way out of whack. And I'm going to use this information to adjust the model so that I start getting better and better predictions. That's the whole concept of training. But there's a little bit of detail that we need to get into out here. How do we measure this error? What does it mean that the error is small or large? So when we think of this problem in terms of geometry, it becomes very easy to solve. So if I think about the actual and predicted values as 2 points in an n-dimensional space, their distance, the distance between those 2 points, is exactly the error that we are interested in. There's a couple of nuances out here though. How do I calculate this distance? Take an example of a map, and we have 2 locations on the map, and I want to calculate how long or how far is point A from point B. If it's a map of a city with streets and avenues that are perpendicular to each other, I could say how much distance do I travel, and if you think about it, it's basically the difference in the x coordinate and the difference in the y coordinate. It doesn't matter which path you take, they all add up to essentially that. So this distance is called the L1 norm of the vector connecting these 2 points. And it's also called the Manhattan distance for obvious reasons. But then you could say, yeah, but what if I were able to take a helicopter and go directly from A to B? Then the L1 norm massively overcounts the distance. The straight line distance is going to be less than the going horizontally and then vertically. How do we calculate this? Again, just a straightforward application of the Pythagoras theorem. My AB is the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle, and I can easily calculate it as the length of AB as the square root of x squared plus y squared. This distance is called the L2 norm of a vector, or also the Euclidean norm. These 2 norms, the L1 and L2 norms, are foundational to the concept of a loss function and regularization that we're going to see later. Keep in mind something very interesting. We looked at the concept of an error and we converted that into a problem in geometry. How do we find the distance between these 2 points?